Hello friends, I normally don't do tutorials, but I think this is a big problem to new Sea of Thieves players. How to helm. So many new people in the Sea of Thieves, and also experienced players, don't know how to properly helm in PvP. So that's what I'm gonna cover today. Let's begin. Okay, there are two types of PvP. Hourglass PvP and Adventure PvP. Today, we're only gonna cover Hourglass, because that will also help in Adventure. Also, I have most of this information learned from another YouTuber named Core, so if you haven't seen his video to duo slooping, check it out. So, now that we've gone through the credit, let's actually begin the video. Okay, so, in Hourglass, you and your enemy spawn face to face. Instantly, when you dive up, you want to be ready by the wheel, to turn it 360 degrees to the right. If you have a teammate, tell him to raise the sails to half, so that you can turn faster. Okay, so if everything is according to plan, you now should have perfect angle on the enemy, while they're coming towards you. Now you have perfect angle to get the enemy's mass down. As soon as you did that, go into a so-called death spiral. That is what it's called when you just circle around the enemy, continuously putting holes in their boat while they can't move because their mass is down. But it is possible that it is not according to plan and they turn right as well. And I will show you what to do here. So, this is pretty much now a waiting game. You just fire chain shots and cannonballs at the enemy until their mass is down or they're sunk. But there's a third strategy. It is possible that your enemy will turn left, so that you guys are in a broadside. Now, I will remember you that there is an invisible shroud surrounding the fighting area. If you go out of it, you explode.
Well, I rejected.
Boom! Okay, so this situation is really tricky. If these guys have their mast fully down, you want to try to slow your boat down and get behind them. This will allow you to chain shot their mast and then go in a death spiral. But it is possible that while you were behind them, they fully turn to the right and instead get behind you to get you into a death spiral. Now, if I'm in this position, I would turn left to get in front of them. Now, if these guys would notice that, they would probably also turn left to get an angle on me again. Now, their sails are probably not full down, so you should put yours full down to get in front of them and get them into a death spiral. But what if they get me into a death spiral? Now, it depends. If you have a crewmate, one of you should shoot over and try to sail the enemy out of bounds if you're close to the border. But if you're alone, you should try to always let the back of your ship face the cannons of the enemy boat, so that it gives you protection to get up the mast and continue to sail. But what if I have holes and can't repair the mast because I have to bucket? Well, then I have to say there's pretty much no getting out of there, except if the enemy ship loses angle. But now, if you two are in a broadside, and one of them turns out because they have too many holes or one of their players is dead, then you should turn after them and try to get their mast to get them into a death spiral. But if he gets away and you miss their mast, and they just continue to run away into the distance, you will probably just kind of have to wait for them to come back. Now, they either just come back like they came at the beginning, just in front of you, face to face, or they come from the side. If they come from the side, like shown in the animation, you should turn right to get behind them again, and then go from there. But I would never recommend to just stay in the broadside exchange or go into one, because it's just boring, and it's just kind of going infinitely. So you pretty much never want to turn into the broadside of the enemy. Always go behind them or in front of them, not to the side of them. Now that we've talked about the planned scenarios, now let's talk about the unexpected scenarios, where the enemy just does a strange maneuver and you don't know what to do. Okay, let's talk about the easiest one first. The nose. The nose, it's called when your enemy just kind of tries to ram you. The solution here is very easy. Just turn into the direction of the enemy, get their mass down and go into a death spiral. If you don't have chain shots, just shoot them with cannonballs. Okay, So now, if your enemy is behind you and he has angle on you, but you don't, you want to turn all the way right or left, depends on what direction the enemy is facing, to go around them and hopefully kill them. Okay, so that was pretty much it with the video. I took a long time editing this, so it would appreciate it so much if you would just like the video, and if you want to subscribe to me, that would be so nice. Anyways, I will see you on the next video. Bye.